Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren,
I'm Ian.
and this is week 6 of 6, the finale. So over the past 6 weeks, we've been progressing our kettlebell skills, always starting our workouts with a nice bodyweight warm-up, progressing into our get-ups, and for the past 6 weeks, we've been working on our clean squat press combination, which will accumulate tonight in the ultimate combo. So take your belt, put it off to the side for now. Let's get started with the body weight, and then we'll get rocking.
Get rocking. And we'll start with the feet today and take it right to the floor to warm up the wrists and some head and neck from down there. So at the feet, let's get to that lunge style foot. I know Lauren always has some fun lunge variations for us here. So on that demi point or ball foot. Then push your hip through, cramping glutes to help extend or straighten the knee. And same thing on the other side. So the ball of the foot, pull it towards the middle, avoid the knee out to the side, and as the heel comes out of the floor, push the hip through. Do that one more time each. Lunge up on those balls of feet, those metatarsal heads, and then squeeze your butt cheek through, and repeat on the other side. Then push that hip through, and let's just find a little bit of balance up here, nice and tall, engage that rib cage already, and then land with straight knees and full feet, and let's just bend those knees, as we'll be squatting today as part of that combo. So knees over toes, and same thing, extend those hips through. Let's do that one more time, knees over toes, and then just pull up those ankles to get a little bit lower. Then with or without the hands, extend the hips through. Back up a little bit, making room. And then we'll hinge on the hips, just like in a kettlebell swing, and land fingertips, callus lines, and full hands to the floor. Fully screwed in arms, blood donations forward. Now at the head neck here, let's go extension, meaning face forward. And then chin tuck, pretty small shape. Avoid the back shape, moving just the head neck. Then one more time, extension, grip the floor with the fingers, and then tuck the chin. Now keep the head looking between the hands, and let's apply our first couple push-ups here as we get up on those metacarpal heads rather, and the knuckles and then down. Repeat for a couple, feel that connection to the ground and the get up, very important. And then push the floor away, push the hips through, and then wear that rib cage down so you start testing that shield. We'll do a quarter turn of the hands, fingers, calluses, full hand. And first, we'll do our ear bend. That's an ear to the shoulder. And same thing the other way, ear to shoulder. The nose is the center of a compass or a protractor. What is the math tool, Lauren?
A compass.
A compass, where the nose doesn't move, the neck doesn't move very much, and it's just the head neck expressing that gentle movement. Then we'll push one leg through the hand to go the other, and feel the connection to the floor, see those fingertips turn white. Then just do a couple more. Then return to the middle, push equally through both, push the hips through, maybe test your butt cheeks, maybe test those abs, and engage a little shake. We'll do one more, fingertips turn around to that optimal position for the get-up twist, and then we'll do a little bit of our rotation here first. I'll look towards Lauren over my head, neck at the shoulders there, and then through center, the other way. Fingertips heavy, full hands on the floor. We'll do one more neck rotation here, through the middle, last time the other side, and then looking down between the hands, push the fingers in the ground, bend the elbows maybe, and then let's just take our time as we'll sit back onto those heels, shake it out. That's kind of it for me right now. So we'll hand it over to the kettlebell master, Lauren.
Well, let's warm up that lunge.
Excellent.
Bringing one leg forward in front of us with the back toe tucked right away. We're going to do one hike of the hip, then pulling it down, then pulling that front leg in, driving the back hip forward. Without even moving, you should feel some light extension through that hip flexor. And then continue pulling on that leg, drifting knee towards over toe. Let's pause there for a second, and then try to get a little bit further and push forward to go back, but keeping that hip extended. Let's repeat that for one at the side. So heel till that leg open into your get-up position. Keeping that hip low, pull knee towards over toe. And then as you press yourself back, keep that bottom hip extended. Bring the leg to the front, and as promised, some lunge variations. So pushing down and forward, pushing down and back. Let's get to that hover position off the floor. Try to stay low, try to stay square to the front of the room, then continue pushing forward and back to slowly rise. Now take your time descending, pulling yourself down. Hips are staying level, front legs pulling in, soft landing. This time, could we peel that front heel up off the floor? You may have to scooch that foot in a little bit, then push forward and back and hover. Keep that heel high. Slowly ascend back up, and then keeping that heel pulled off the floor. One more time, slowly lower yourself. Heel will come down, foot will come underneath you, and we'll repeat the same routine on the other side. It started with the other leg in front, a light hip hike, and then a pull down. A pull of the front leg in, a driving the back hip forward, and a gentle drift, knee towards over toe. Once that knee is towards over toe, push forward to send yourself back. Again, hips extended. Then we heel toe open to the side, hips and shoulders stayed square, front leg push down, drift, knee towards over toe. We're getting that ankle mobility as we go here, and then pushing ourselves back to center. Heel toe the leg to the front, and let's do it all again. Pushing forward and back, first we hovered. Then we continued pressing into the floor to come up to tall. As we're lunging, still think about using both legs here. And then soft landing. Then the heel will peel off the floor, and we'll get to that demi-point lunge. Keep the heel up high as you first hover, and then continue pushing to tall. And then pull yourself down, pulling the leg in, soft landing. Heel comes down. Let's put that knee underneath of us. Stand up via a plank and a hinge. So place your hands on the floor. Place your hands on the floor. Sorry about thinking there. Opening them up nice and wide. Step back into your first plank position. Squeeze your cheeks. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. Breathe. Pulling the floor together underneath you, creating tension from your toe tips to your fingertips. That means gripping the floor, straightening your elbows, pulling your shoulders down, bracing your abs, squeezing your cheeks, and breathing for 3, 2. Then lift the hips up. Bend the knees like you're doing your hinge or your swing. Long spine here. And then gently push down into the floor and stand yourself up. I'd like to do one quick overhead groove, and then we got to get into business.
Groove it, baby.
Okay, thank you. To the rack position, let's put 2 in the rack position, but only move 1 at a time. Gently shrug your shoulder up, pull a shoulder down. Keeping that shoulder low, slowly send your arm towards overhead. As mentioned and as working on, we've been doing presses. If our overhead looks like this, let's continue to work on our presses. If we're a little more out front and bent elbow, maybe we pretend to press or use our imaginary bell. Shrug the shoulder, pull down, then start pulling the sky down. Engage those lats, keep the forearm vertical. Get it to the side, keep it there but relax. Same thing other side. Shrug up, pull down, slowly press towards overhead. You're safe overhead, no pinching, no pain. Then shrug up, pull down with a straight elbow, then continue pulling down, lats, 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 vertical forearm, double rack position, then chuck those bells, shake it out. We'll get back to the floor and do our first get up here.
One quick thing, Laura. Just a little wrinkle. We'll be squatting today, so let's just stand slightly behind that kettlebell, and let's load it in a biceps curl version of that goblet hold from down low, and check in on those hips. So pull yourself low. You might tip that kettlebell on its edge, and using the elbows like a preacher curl, breath, and a little bicep curl up, and just hang out down low here. Take your time, extending those elbows back down to the ground. Sit nice and tall. Let's do that one more time. And might we stand up? Full stand. Then maybe adjust your stance. And perhaps stay right here. Lean forward just a little bit. And perhaps then again, look through the belt. Practice high tension techniques for the core. Return to the body. And then adjust your stance if you need. And then return. So in that combo coming up, you might have different stances for a press and then a squat, and you're clean. Just take your time. Personalize that, and Lauren's economical with her moves, so I think we're getting back down.
We're coming down to the floor. Let's perform one regular get up each side, then we'll get a little fancier. It always, no matter where you are, starts with a cuddle. If you don't feel like using the kettlebell tonight, no problem, use your imaginary one. From your cuddle to your back to your press. It's that drive, pull, and elbow. Hands swishing above. A British sweep looking up at your bell. Pressing the floor away, front foot moves, get back to those lunge forces, and then again, pulling yourself down, stepping open, rotating, hinging, sweeping, elbow, and control to your back. 2 hands on, bell returns to the floor, cuddle it down, swivel yourself around, and we'll repeat that same little ditty on the other side.
Cuddle, cuddle. Nice forearm grip here. Where do you like your hand? Personalize that place. And press it with the 2. You drive it to the hip. You feel muscles from a weekend workout perhaps here. And then find our window. Squaring up our lunge next. High tension in the lunges to stand. And then pull down with control. Look at that kettlebell through the windmill. And then you sweep the leg next. And find the elbow proud on those shoulders, or no shrugging at least. And then down to the ground.
Let's stand up, no burrows, but no hands. All right, we'll warm up those single arm swings here, and then we'll put a little spin on those get-ups. Standing behind our bell, as we've been practicing, let's warm up our little single arm swing routine with 2 hike passes, 3 stop swings, 4 continuous.
Oh my goodness.
2, 3, 4.
The volume is starting already here.
So hip hinge, grip with one hand, pull to zipper, park. Repeat, pull, park. Now 3 stop swings, pull, swing, through, stop, repeat. 1 more of those. Then from the floor, 4 continuous, pull. And park. Whew, shake that out. Take a nice breath, set yourself up. Same routine, second side. Hinge grip, 2 pulls, and park. Off arms coming with you, stay the same height. 2, 3 stops, 1. Abs at the top, hips drive the belt up. And then 3 continuous. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. Park that bell, shake it off. Whew. Get ups from the top down with a
Kettlebell press. Sounds good. So I always stand behind that kettlebell to clean into rack. Lauren typically zips up that coat from the bottom up. We'll press it, get down to the floor, and then right back up. Get ups with the press. Whew. Take a breath, prepare. It's into that rack and a press. And then take your time coming down. Open the window, hinging, sweeping, elbow next, to the back, and drive that. Toss it, bridge, sweep, square up that lunge, tall stand again, and pull down the kettlebell with control, and return to the floor with an oh yeah, do it again kind of moment. Feeling that?
okay, second side. Over top of your bell, pull it to that rack, zip it up, punch it through the ceiling.
Punched.
Control your down. As you step here, use your hinge, pushing your hips back, but then restack before you sweep to the elbow and to the back. Keeping the bell up as you return to the elbow. Squish the love. Bridge stacking those shoulders. Pressing the floor away. Lining up that lunge and coming up. Pulling the bell down with control and parking it. Whew. Before we put our combos together, we have a couple more warm-ups, that being those cleans. So let's do some stops cleans, followed by some continuous cleans here. Standing behind your bell, let's do the number 2 and then the number 3. So standing behind your bell, we'll hinge, grip, pull, zip, punch, hold, through, park. Repeat, pull, punch, through, park. Now let's link 3 of those on the 3rd pause at the top. Through punch. Through punch, 1 more, but then stay at the top. Hold. Adjust your squat stance. Pull yourself down, elbow stays in. Up to top, through, bell goes down, up with it.
Sneaky on the rep counts and sneaky on the squat
I just wanted to get
add-ons.
them warmed up.
I like it, I appreciate it.
Get that chicken wing in, save the chicken wings for dinner. Same thing, same thing, second set. Hip hinge. grip, 2 stops, clean, through park, repeat. Make sure you're punching that bell, you're gripping, but you're driving your hand through. Now 3 continuous. 1, both hips coming through with you. 2, you're strong like a tree at the top. 3, adjust your stance, pull yourself down, up to top, through, park. All right. Whether you like it or not, we've warmed it all up.
Combo time then.
We warmed up our cleans, our squats, and our presses. Let's just briefly go over the rules again. The number 1 rule, a squat is a squat, a press is a press. We don't combo them, so make them distinct movements. Our combo today is still our I go, you go pattern. So either you're going with me or you're going with Ian, otherwise you're resting. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. We'll see where it goes from there. You know me, I like to lie and make things up as we go. Now today, last week we did something different. Today, our routine, round 1 is going to be clean, squat, press. Round 2 is going to be clean, squat, squat, press, press. That's how our routine is going to go today. I'll start it off with round 1.
So that's right, last week was a little more of a cycle, and today we're stacking up those repetitions. So that's 1 clean for Team Lauren, followed by 1 squat and 1 press. You go on one side, and we go on that other. Or the same side, but our time.
So Team Ian here, first arm, round 1, a single everywhere, of everything. If it feels heavy on the first set, you're not alone, don't worry. It gets a little lighter on set 2, 3, and then a little heavier again.
That's right. Empower yourself through your workout, building that endurance, gaining that confidence and strength. And if it does feel especially heavy, because you didn't sleep well, because it was a hard day, that is A-okay. Grab a lighter bell or modify your reps as you need. And that's a little more rest for us. So I'm going to try to
We gotta keep this combo going. Keep it on top. We'll try to keep that I go, you go, work to rest ratio. Push it a little bit today. But really, we only have like 10 more minutes of work, so don't you worry, it's not that long.
That's right.
Turn intense 2s.
2s. So that is becoming a clean and a clean to the hike and then a clean again. Slight adjustments with your feet as your squat stance might be different than your cleans and presses. And already that's 2. So let's not rest too long here. Let's save it for a bigger set maybe. Take a breath. Set your intention.
All right, Team Ian, 2s this time. Again, that light grip as you clean and press through that bell. Remembering as you go, you can always modify your reps. Maybe you do 2 cleans and 1s of everything else, or the presses get too much and you can't keep those reps. Hold it in the rack position while we finish up that side. The options are endless. Don't be afraid to drop a rep or 2.
So from that racks position, Lauren talks about punching the hand through, but now in the squat and the press, we want a firm grip on that kettlebell as well. Firm grips with the feet, clenched bum cheeks, and fully engaged shields of abs. Awesome, super quiet on the finish too.
Thank you. Controlling, picking up and putting down is a very important part of the workout as well. You want to pick up with control and put down with control so that you don't do something silly in those simple movements. Finishing up the second press here and moving right on in to number 3. 3 comes after 2.
I think in most languages, most math classes, that's true. Maybe quantum math is different, but here we are going 1s and 2s and 3s. Now it's 3 squats as well. And as you see, Lauren's elbows facing the ground, active chest, active back to support the load, slight stance change, full body tension. There's 2, looking strong, setting the bar high for the rest of us here. Whew.
All right.
First set of 3.
All right, 1 step at a time. Don't worry too much about your future reps. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Let's get through round 3 before we worry about 4s and 5s. When you're squatting, you're pulling yourself down into your squat. It's easy to just want to flop and let that negative 9.1881, I always get them confused, gravity pull you down, but you do that.
9.81, something like that.
Second hand, number 3s.
We express the physical, not to say physics isn't part of it, but just work hard, but be safe as you go. There's 3, now it's 3 squats. Breath in on the down to power up, and hip. Breathe out with that powerful match long. 3 sets of presses. The press is the one that I am not nervous for, not anxious for, but definitely feel the challenge. It's hard, it's time under tension. That's why it's at the end. Let's keep going.
Remember, just spending time holding this kettlebell. Like I said earlier, if those presses are getting a little too away from you in the rep scheme, hold that bell in the rack position for the duration of those presses. That will give you strength, build your strength and resilience to improve that rep count. So you don't have to push through it, you just do something different. We are entering round 4 here. Second last round of the way up.
To that peak. If you're with Lauren, you're breathing, matching your effort and your exhalations. If you're with me and you're recovering, and slow in, slow out. Heart rate is up, but give it that confidence building exercise. You can just breathe slowly to help your recovery as much as, again, convince yourself this is more than okay. Lauren has those presses. There's 2. Looking so strong on that side. Oh, very good. We do hope it's getting a little bit tougher as you're maintaining that integrity in your lifts. And it's okay if we don't get that last rep. We're going to try together.
I think I'm using my silly group.
4.
We're at number 4, first dive. Breathing through. Remember, all that tension when you're working, let it out as you're recovering. Stay loose. Nobody's watching those moves. Take your time pulling yourself down. I know I like to rush those squashes. I like to rush those squats because I know those presses. And the longer you hold the bell, the harder those presses feel. But still, try not to rush. Say that to me in about 20 seconds. Take your time. Second side 4.
And you've probably, like us, done your dominant side first. That's okay, because it's strong. We're stronger, but the other side is strong too. Don't tell it differently. Embrace those challenges. And already, Lauren's on to that 3rd and 4th squat here. So for us who are wrestling, let's just relax. Look at some form. And coach Lauren, and not coach, but cheer her on for 4 presses. Tight body, you can see her trying to cue those abs. Just step to the side, and there's that 4. Awesome.
Whew.
Never easy, but looking better.
All right, Damien. We're recovering. In and out of those. Loosening the grips. Shaking out the wings. Shaking out the quads. And the cheeks. Not distracting your partner, of course. And mentally preparing for the peak of the combo. We've been working for 6 weeks to get to this peak here. We also want this peak to be the hardest peak that there was in the last 6 weeks. So it's not always about more reps and longer duration and working at the hardest. It's about building up to that, I got that, taking a little break and coming back. You've always got it. Don't have to test it all the time.
That's right. But every once in a while, it's okay to get a little breathless. Ooh, heart rate's saying wow on that here. And this is our set of 5 here. So that's 4 and 5 cleans now. Slight just dance. Pull yourself down under control. Fire up those deep abs. Find the tension on the ground. They're all the usual cues. Just go over them over and over again until they become natural. And here we go, presses. Butts are squeezing. Get set to the side. You can hear that breath match as well. Awesome. Oh, very cool. Oh, little sound effects always helps too.
Oh, that was hard. That's good though. Where do you like it?
Here we go.
Sometimes 5 for TV in here. I had something to say. Well, I was doing that, but the 5 presses. Oh, I know. I was going to talk about counting again. We've talked about how do you count to 10 when we were doing our swings earlier in the past sessions. How do you count to 5? On my presses, I find I count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5.
Oh man.
I don't know whether you like that or not. Choose your counting. Try to remember the number you just did. Yeah. Use your breath. Take an extra second if you need it, just as Ian did there, and I probably didn't. It is easier, if you can hear me over that, it is easier for you to rest with that locked out arm overhead than it is to rest in that rack position. Both
I'm
are
so
you okay?
Yeah, it's just hard.
Both are appropriate, but it is easier when everything's stacked. All right, 5.
Highs. Come on, left or non-dominant side or second side, however you approach it. Count 1, count 5, whatever works. But look at that. You're already done. You're 5. Cleans. Pull yourself, as Lauren said. It's controlling ourselves down and exploding up, pressing those feet away. Last 1 or 2. Looking strong. Now here it is. Also a challenge for me, at least, culminating with that press. There's 2. Excellent. 3. Let's keep going. Are you with Lauren here? You're watching at this point. Let's stay nice and strong. 1 more. Super. Well, Lauren's right-handed, but looked as if she was left-handed on that side. Whew, because it was strong.
Left arm like suppressed. All right. Team Ian, biggest combo yet. Promise this is the peak. It's going to get torn down next. We might drop 1. We'll see. We'll see. We will, don't worry. 5 squats here. Again, pull yourself down. You don't have to go as low as Ian is here. You're breaking parallel. You're trying not to plop at the bottom. And right now, in this sort of squat, the bottom is not a restful position. So it's still that hard place versus hanging out at the campfire position. Finish these reps with strengths and some sounds. Nice. How many more?
2.
2. Good. Oh, that's a grind. That's a grind right there. Maybe we have to use our legs on that last one.
Oh,
Or maybe
for safety, for strength, I can see that rep. We're tearing it down
we're
by a
tearing
factor
it.
2.
Prime numbers, I was going to say.
So the 3.
That's right.
Awesome.
But I think 2 is
Awesome.
a prime number, isn't it? I think on that one.
It was by itself. And
Nothing else, right?
1, 2, 3, 5.
So 3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. There's 3. And hopefully they feel coming around quick, but also we hope that they're making you work, making you work. Whew. There we go. Strong.
Whew.
So it's 3, right?
3. 3 cleans. Keep your form. Again, if 5 was your peak and you're tired, maybe you're just watching, enjoying a little drink of water, saying, you guys go, I'm going to take a break. That would be appropriate. You can also maybe finish with sensible 1s, or you can stick to this rep scheme, in which we have 1 more side of 3s, 2s, and 1s. Excellent. 3s. Going a little bit into overtime here.
Whew, it's a clean times 3 of those, and then those 3 squats. And as you breathe with Lauren, rep per rep, but slow it down if you're resting. Drinking water, or just a rest set between. There you go. 2 more presses, counting down, just that last one then. Awesome. Here we go. 3, 3, 3.
All right. It's your biggest set left, Team Ian. 3s. Still use both those hips. Still use your muscles as you're going here. If you're finding you're getting a little tired, scale it back. Hold the bell, don't press, but keep yourself. Hold the bell, don't press. Or go for it again. Keep
So I
it
think I
safe.
have to listen to Lauren on that.
And
Hold it for time.
hold it for time. 3, 2, slow pull down. Good job. And then we're down to 2s here.
Oh, 2s. Prime number out. No, but we'll go for it.
It is.
There's 2. 2 squats and enough. Here we go. 2 full presses. Stay strong. Woo. A little bit disappointed, obviously. I didn't get to press those, but that's okay. We're here another 6 weeks. There's lots of time to get better.
All right, Team Ian, 2s. First side. The rest of us, still going, still staying loose, having a sip of water in between. We'll be drinking water, but the glug glug on the mic isn't that appealing. So I reserve the water drinking for after.
Got it.
Same thing, second side.
Got
Good job.
it. Whew. So again, shaking it out in between, resetting, thinking again, of course, we did that last set, but also trying to forget it. You didn't go the way you want. I think only success here is Lauren's showing. So it's good to look at her before we do our set.
All right. Last set of shoes here. One is gonna be like, what? One? I used to think 1 round was hard. It's always about those reps. Train the mileage. They'll start to feel a little bit less as you get more. 2. Just like that. All right, we have singles. No problem.
Oh, last set.
Come remember
I promise. I don't know about your captain here, but 1 great repetition of a clean Lauren squat and press. That's so nice, but it comes around pretty quick.
It does. Last time this side team in 1. 1 and 1. And here we go. 1 last time. Semester 6, 2,
Clean.
week
Squat
6.
and a press. Awesome. No missing reps on Lauren's team. Let's finish strong like that too.
So if you can think back to week 1, we started slow, but look at where it got us. We built on those skills. We did the fundamentals of our swings, the fundamentals of our cleans, worked on those squats, and now we're putting it all together. Let's take a nice breath in, and a nice exhale. And a nice breath in, and exhale. Putting your arms around your bra, it's not down here. Take a nice big inhale, expanding both sides. Think 360 big, and exhale. 360 big, and exhale. For that added fun, 1 side, breathe in, and exhale. Second side, and exhale. Now bring it back to both sides, in for 4, 3, 2, out for 4. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. 1 more round, in 4, hold, in more, exhale, hold empty, and relax. How do you feel after that? Recovered, pumped, and drink some water. Great. Thanks for joining us over this series of 6 weeks. So what we like to do is we'll be off next week, the internet, still be here. We'll be off the internet from programming, from scheduled programming, but we'll be starting our new semester next week. So either enjoy a light workout with that kettlebell, which we will be doing off screen, or just take a break.
Some bike rides, some walks around the
Something
neighborhood.
else, so you still like that kettlebell when you come back. We'll build on those skills in semester 3 and again go for another 6 weeks. So until then, on Thursday though, you can still work on that hip mobility and on presses. And then on Saturday morning, our bodyweight class to complement these skills. So all of our semesters are ending this week. We'll take next week off and then we'll resume. Until then, check out our
Patreon. That's number 1. Let's be serious. But more importantly for you, subscribe to our newsletter, stay tuned to some links, get the blog, get the link letter stuff. And as always, we look forward to doing it again with you soon. So take care
stay strong.
and we'll train soon.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.